When the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, was signed into law in 2010, it did not include a single-payer option, despite that option being incredibly popular with the American voter. To this day, a carbon tax on big carbon polluters is still not a law. Why? Because the Republican Party stopped it. That's why. The Republican Party threatened filibusters. We threatened to go on Fox News. We threatened everything short of abortion, because that's not right. The Republican Party has stopped an extension on unemployment benefits for hardworking Americans. We've stopped an increase on the minimum wage despite the good it can do. We've stopped pollution cleanup, equal rights, gun control, fair trade, and benefits to veterans while pushing for more war, more discrimination, more misery, more hate. We're the Republican Party, doing what we want, when we want, and staying in power through nothing more than fear and manipulation. The Republican Party. Because, fuck it, that's why.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go
Go
to Jackemoff
Forest.
Let's
go go.
What a beautiful day. The birds are chirping, the trees are smoking, and the hot dogs are spinning.
Oh my gosh, that just looks like the pits, don't you know?
Is there anything I can get you, ma'am?
How about a flat tax? With all this talk about taxing the rich, you betcha, I know a few contributors, I mean friends, who wouldn't mind that.
Flat tax, ma'am?
Oh sure, you betcha, don't you know? It's simpler and easier, and it doesn't punish success the way the liberal media keeps toting their plan.
What plan? I'm just a clerk, ma'am.
Oh, you know, that let's kill all the rich folk because everything's their fault plan.
Well, I guess you're right. But just because something is simple, does that make it fair? Wouldn't the tax burden fall to the increasingly shrinking middle class, thus reducing revenue? And does the present system really punish success? Is it really punishment to say that someone should pay their fair share?
Oh gosh, hell if I know. I just do what my corporate donors, I mean friends, tell me. We should drill, and eliminate corporate tax burdens, and honor corporate personhood, and make equal rights illegal, and kill as many brown people as possible. That's only fair, after all.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Believe? Oh, golly, you're such a dear. You don't know anything about politics, do you now? I'm a libertarian, so...
You mean a Republican?
No, I'm a libertarian, so...
You mean a teabagger?
No, I'm a libertarian, I tells ya. That term pulls so much better. We libertarians, see, I'm using finger quotes, we libertarians can promote more guns and fewer services and fear and paranoia and more war and less equality, because the American people will listen to us if we tell them that Democrats are nothing but socialist atheists who hate freedom. The American people love that, don't you know?
That sounds a little, I don't know, disingenuous.
Disin what? Listen, young man, I just do what my controllers, I mean my friends, tell me. The Democrats are too afraid to call us out because they do the same thing we do. Granted, they're not as blatant and they actually care about, you know, the blacks and the gays and the poor and whatever, but that's their loss. They have no idea what politics, I mean bribery, is really all about. I mean my friends. Gee, what were we talking about?
I was asking if I could get you anything.
Oh, just a Diet Dr. Pepper and some scratchers. Mama's feeling lucky after signing another reality TV show contract. That's what politics is all about, don't you know?
Okay, here you go.
Oh, thanks. And remember, Obama's a fucking communist, you betcha. He's gonna steal your guns and he wants to fuck your children and make them get abortions and fear, hate, fear.
Wow. I don't know what to make of that. Hey, Trees!
Dude.
Hey, Trees.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just feeling a bit down.
You just had a libertarian stop by, didn't you? You can't do finger quotes. He means teabagger. Republican.
You betcha. I mean, yes, I did.
Yeah, they're depressing. They've forgotten that the reason governments are founded is to help those it represents. Otherwise, it's nothing more than an evil force looking to squeeze the life out of the populace. Which you can see in the shrinking middle class, in the growing numbers of working poor and homeless.
I guess, but what can we do?
Spread awareness. That's your best tool. Don't let people make the same mistake, either in voting Republican or voting for any candidate who does not have the people's best interests at heart. Or worse still, in becoming one of those monsters themselves. Let them know what we're put on this earth for. It's not just to take everything for ourselves. Because ourselves aren't here for very long. Greed is pointless and inevitably unfulfilling. But generosity of spirit and love for all things lives on beyond your pathetically short time on Earth. Oh, and hit him in the head whenever they say they support people like Rand Paul because they're different or edgy or whatever the fuck.
I guess so. You have a good point.
You bet, dude. Oh, and NRA supporters should have to engage in mandatory Russian roulette once each week until they get the point.